GM.
GM?
GM.
GM to everyone in the chat. How is it going? Dick Katir should be cool. Emperor. Ahota. Jitha Blade. Stick bro, it's no longer funny, Stick, man.
Anyone here, Santi? Anyone here, Santi?
Yeah.
Anyone here?
Yeah, bro.
No one's able to hear Santi, bro.
You guys. I'll close the stage.
Oh, close stage.
How's it going, Jose?
Oh, good, my brother in Iris. Excited for today.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be a cool conversation. DominicVain?
I'm doing fantastic right now, man.
Yeah. Good Wednesday. Chill Wednesday.
Chill Wednesday.
Last Wednesday was intense.
It was. It was.
It was pretty intense. We had a release. But this Wednesday we're chilling. Everything's moving. So we're going to be talking today about maps, game modes, and tournaments in Star Atlas. So the idea for today is to theorycraft a little bit about the maps in Star Atlas, current maps, future possible maps, game modes in Star Atlas as well, current game modes, which ones you like the most, which ones we should change or add. So we definitely want your feedback on this one as always, and we're hearing you. So we want to hear your voice on this one for sure. We'll have guests also from the different tournaments that are happening in the community. I believe we will have Pantheon, Gallia Cup, and probably someone from Ares Quest as well. We'll get them on stage soon. Let me turn my camera on actually.
Time to turn the camera on then.
GM, everybody. Salas Jindo, Mr. Star, Bob. GM. Beverage of choice.
Yeah.
Beverage of choice for the brew is a brew. Not bad. Pun intended.
What is that?
It's the Nitro Cold Brew from Starbucks.
Nitro Cold Brew. What is that? Coffee?
Yeah, coffee.
I have classic coffee here with me.
Classic.
Classic coffee. I like it. I like it simple. Black coffee. That's what's up, Jose?
No, don't say anything. I won't say anything. I got
What
baited into saying stuff
did you want to
twice
add?
in your last two sentences, bro.
What did you want to add to that, bro? Come on.
That I find your taste of coffee very entertaining. Good taste.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I know. GM Empress, how's it going? Jindo out there in the chat as well. Devantaras present. The rich kid of Kenya. GM.
GM.
So we'll get started as always with some noteworthy news. Things are happening around. Besides the Web3 gaming studios shutting down, which is pretty crazy this week. My gosh.
Pretty crazy stuff. Yeah, a lot of that happening right now.
Yeah. It's wild. We've seen like how many? 5 studios closing this week? Crazy stuff.
Was Neon? Did we talk about Neon Heroes last week, or when that happened? I know Neon. I've heard of Neon Heroes. I've heard of Ember Sword, Rumble Kong, or something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's been some other ones, but I made a little tweet about it before, but it's bittersweet, right? Like, on one hand, you want the best of the best to represent the space. On the other hand, I really, really feel for the people, especially like the traditional devs and artists who made the leap of faith from a traditional game studio to a Web3 gaming studio. There's a lot of artists who did that, so I do feel for those people. who
Mhm.
are going to who are losing their job. It's just at the end of the day, it's just to keep it a bug. That is exactly what's happening. They're losing their job because and they made a leap of faith into an industry that is so early and in its infancy that everyone's just trying to figure out what makes sense and what works and what doesn't. So yeah, I feel for a lot of people here. It sucks, but it is what it is.
It is what it
Yep.
is. Many reasons to that. I posted something on X as well, but I do think that it's probably due to not fully leveraging blockchain tech like to the fullest extent. I do think that just having NFTs as collectibles is not enough really to attract a different audience to create a new niche, a new industry. So also not
It's because
enough
it's
for your player base to invest in you because you're not really rewarding them with anything super special. Like it's just collectibles. They can become special, but it's not like they having an economy, right? And this again, it's not to throw shade on them or anything like that. It's just theory
Mhm.
crafting why.
Yeah, I think if you just do blockchain technology to do like skins and that's it, like you just player ownership, you're basically doing something that Steam has already done. And Steam does it better than you. They're bigger than you. You're not gonna beat out Steam. No one's gonna think of it as something like, oh my god. I do think player ownership will be like a normal in the future, and I think
For sure.
100% be a normal. But players, it's one of those things that players don't even know they want right now, in my opinion. So it's not like people are going to gravitate towards a game just because you really have this skin or whatever like that in a wallet. You know, like it's not good enough. You need a real economy for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But yeah, let's move to more positive stuff. More positive and Star Atlas stuff. We had the UEFI release last week, and a ton of you have been playing. Every time I get on a server, like there's either one going, or if I start one, like 15 minutes go by and there's more than 10 people in my server. So it feels busy in there. Yes, Jindo, I completely agree. I love it. I love to see it. But what did you guys like the most? Tell us in the chat from the new updates. What is it that you're playing the most? What did you like the most out of the latest updates? What did you like the most, Dom?
What did I like them? Dude, I think gunplay is
Yeah.
feeling fantastic. Really, really good. Um, I'm probably saying this ad nauseum at this point, but I have friends now who are saying they want to play the game, and try out our gunplay, and they're having fun. One of my friends Nash is actually a full blown community member now. He's playing with
Yes.
Chimera now. With like I don't know what's going on. So like my own friend is going crazy in the community right now, which is great. And we'll all my other friends are looking to play as well now. So it's kind of crazy. Yeah, he joined Chimera. What the hell, dude? Like, didn't even ask me. Nothing, dude. He's just out there.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
It
like crazy.
Unbelievable.
no, it's super fun because now we have this tournament coming. We'll talk more about it, but it's starting to get kind of serious, right? We actually stopped in one of our meetings and said, "Man, we need to actually put some training on this because we need to kick the
Oh
community
yeah.
ass." So yeah, like it's becoming serious, like this is the seeds of our I see the chat here laughing. This is the seeds of the future of our esports ecosystem in Star Atlas. So yeah, super
For
excited
sure.
to win against you guys this Sunday. Going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. For sure.
But
It's going to be a ton of fun.
I'll even share some like bullish stuff. We had our most daily actives since the surge test with this update, which is awesome. I was looking at the chart. And I was like, wow, this is like an up only chart right now. Looks really good. A lot more people in the Epic Game Store in
Yeah,
the build.
I was checking, like, in the past few days, we averaged, like, over 70 daily actives in servers, by the way. I think that's in servers, so it's playing multiplayer, I believe. I don't want to not be accurate, but yeah, it's pretty cool to see. And
Yeah,
yeah, I
man.
saw that Earther registered a team called Santi. What is that? It's actually Aphia and Rome. They're combining forces and they will be participating in the tournament together.
Oh, what the hell?
I wasn't expecting them to use that name, but
The Santis.
crazy.
I've heard a
Yeah,
lot of bad.
collaboration.
I've heard a lot of bad things about the rug pull renegades, but they're not
Yeah.
good, unskilled, and I'm not sure if it's true, but
Sheesh.
just saying, just
Oof,
saying, just saying.
oof. Yeah. But yeah, I think we can segue into that. So again, if you didn't know, the community is organizing a tournament. So it's mainly led by Chimera, by Brujo and the team. So shout out to them. What a renaissance that Chimera is having, right? They're a phoenix. They're a phoenix. They are growing now, and it's crazy to see. I love it. Shout out to Chimera and shout out to Brujo.
Shout out to
Uh,
them, bro.
Great leadership over there. So
Doing Irish
yeah,
work.
they have put together an event called Iris Quest, and careful with the servers. When you send the server there, you can get banned. But
Yeah.
thank you, Bohemian. I don't know why you didn't get banned.
For him, it's powerful, bro.
Bohemian is powerful. But yeah, you guys can go join right now if you want to participate. I think there's still time to register. This is happening this Sunday. And I think we also have the event here. So it will be Neil Armstrong casting the event. So he will be in the games and just narrating what is happening. So you can also, if you're not participating, you can also watch the event here at the Atlas Amphitheater. I just posted the event link in the chat so you can mark us interested in case you're not participating, but you want to see how things go, who wins. You want to see Automata and, well, the Dyson Sphere team kicking everyone's ass and seeing that live, watching that live. You
Watch
can check it out.
history in the making. History in the making.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Jindo is bringing up a valid point. There are rewards for live viewers as well. So if you're watching, Neo is going to be running giveaways and stuff like that. With all prizes coming also, some prizes are provided by Automata, but most of them are coming from community sponsors. So that is crazy. The community is organizing a tournament. There's more than 10 teams already registered. There's still time if you want to register. And the prices in there are crazy. Like, there are big prices, like I believe over 200k Atlas, 50 million fuel, a T-shirt for the best player, lots of things, SDUs as well, ships, and all that has been community organic. So yeah, shout out to Iris Quest and the community as a whole. We're going to have fun. We'll see who wins. Still figuring out a lot of things, but I think it's a great way to build the basis of our esports or competitions in Star Atlas. So should be fun.
Yep. I love it.
Should be fun. Go join if you want to participate. You still have time to form a team before this Sunday. But yeah. On other news, Jose, Lord Keepers tomorrow, right?
Lord keep us tomorrow, and we are talking about C4. Make sure to come. Then he gave me approval to talk about some elements of the lore of this new update. So I'm super excited. It's going to be fun. Join us.
Yep. I posted a link in the chat if you want to learn more about the C4 lore and starting connecting the dots. You can join the Lore Keepers tomorrow, hosted by Jose, and pass down the lore in the chat. That's always good to do. I'll pass down the lore.
Passing the lore.
Pass down the lore, guys.
Pass it
The
down,
Holy
bro.
Gospel. Also, the Spanish Brew, if you speak Spanish, also tomorrow. And then, if you guys want to practice for the tournament on Sunday, we'll have the Gala game night actually on Friday. So on Friday at this time, we'll be getting together on the UE5 build and playing some game nights. We have a little challenge for this game night, which is if you come to the game night, you record content from the game night and you post it on X, the person that gets the most views by doing that will win a ship. So, little challenge for creators or for anyone out there who wants to record content. We want to keep spreading the word of Star Atlas and keep letting everyone know the cool things that we're building. So, if you're coming to the game night on Friday, you join the chat, and most views in that week. In that week, Paradise Phantom. So, you come to the game night on Friday, you record some content, you record how you're killing Jose every time, you post it on X, and it gets a ton of views, we'll get you a ship next Friday. And we'll keep that going for the game nights as well.
It won't be
Until
a very
further
long
notice.
video, but yeah.
So yeah, it should be fun. It should be fun. We also want to reward the people that get involved, they create content, and they help spread the word. So get in there, record your screen, record your game, get some kills. That's the most important part. Or record how you get killed every time and post it on X. And if you get some good views, you will be rewarded. So fully encourage everyone to join. It's going to be a ton of fun. And then on Saturday, also the council office hours, the weekly council tag up. You can join there. There are a couple pips right now up for voting, I believe. And you can join to see what the DAO council is up to. We'll share the link in the chat as well. On Saturday, this is happening. So, yes. You guys, events from today to Sunday, every single day. The StarAtlas Discord is the place to be. So, tons going on. I love it. So,
We are on
it's going to be
fire.
a ton of fun. Yeah. The community is more active than ever, really. So, great moment to get involved. Join the community, join the guild you like the most, play it in the tournament, join the events, and let's have fun.
All coming together.
That's what we're doing. We're
Yep.
building this together, guys. So, I think that covers everything. Did I forget anything before we move to the main topic?
I think we're good.
We're good.
Only other thing I'd add is go check out the Pierce X5 shape-shifting animations and sneak peeks. But other than that,
Oh,
I think we're,
that's
Oh,
think we're
send the
good.
link.
fire.
Send the link for that one.
Send the link, bro. Bang, right there. All right, if you want to go check that out, it's on the Sneak Peeks channel. I also just linked it. Definitely go check that out. Oh my gosh. If you have a Pierce X5, you're a very happy camper right now.
Yes. I saw a post from Signal actually on it that he said for $30 you can get either a bad haircut or that Pierce X5.
Know your
So,
priorities, man.
Very true.
yes.
Why do you think
So yeah.
Dominic and I wear hats, right?
Yeah. Only X5s, no haircuts.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can move to the main topic for today, which is going to be maps, game modes, and tournaments in Star Atlas. And we want to get people on stage for this one. So I believe Agent Solas, I don't know if SLY, our friend from Pantheon, is also here, more than invited to join. And also if anyone from Iris Quest wants to join on stage, or anyone else really, anyone who is playing UE and wants to have a chat, you can join. Jindo, you can come on stage if you want as well, bro. Please raise your hand if you want to join the stage, guys. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. And we're going to be talking about maps, game modes, and tournaments in Star Atlas. We'll be starting with the maps, current maps, and everything that we have. Welcome, Jindo, to the stage, my brother.
What's going on, guys?
Jindo,
How are you
what's
doing,
up,
bro?
bro?
Hey,
Not
Jindo.
much. It's been a while since I've been up here.
Welcome.
True.
Yeah.
I
it's
am
good to
involved
have
in
you
all
back.
of these tournaments, though, so I got plenty to say about it, I'm sure.
Nice.
Where's my
Hell yeah.
rug pull renegades? Dom ain't lying. We suck. We need to practice bad.
Rugful Renegades. Where the rug pull renegades at, man?
Okay, you can't find one in UE5. You gotta go.
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, we have a Rockpool Renegade here. Solas, how are you doing, bro?
Agent
Good,
Solace.
good. How you guys doing?
I'm
All
doing
good,
good.
friend.
I need to, where's Hackmer? I need Hackmer up here, bro. Hackmer, I see you in the audience, bro. I need you up here, man. Tell me how to get
Hackmer, do you
good.
speak English, bro? Do you speak English,
How do
Hackmer?
I get good like Hackmer, bro?
He speaks death.
Yeah, he
He
does, bro.
speaks death. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. Falcor, he's saying, do you know what Santi stands for? Santi is the name of their team. I don't even want to know. I'm scared, honestly. I'm scared. Hackmer says zero English. Well, shout out to you, Hackmer, man. One of the best players in UE right now. By far, also. Every time I'm in the UE build and I shoot Hackmer and I see him coming with the shotgun, I'm like, well,
Hard kill, bro. It's a tough kill.
well,
This is
well.
it. This
He's
is
probably
it.
the best all-round player. He's a badass racer, a badass shooter.
Yeah, I'll second that. I play a lot with a lot of these guys. The Q guys in general are pretty badass. Dark Void, Brujo, Grimgore, all those guys are badass. But Hackmer is definitely sitting atop all of them. I hate playing against that dude.
And then they recruited Nash, man. What is
Yeah.
this, bro? Unfair, dude.
Where is Nash? Nash, we're not allowing him to play.
Where is
No, no.
no, we can't get him on stage. No chance. No
No,
chance.
no. But yeah, I think we can start talking a little bit about the maps. So the people that have been playing UE so far, from the maps that we have out there, from the 3 maps, let's start with the shooter. Which one is your favorite? Which one is your favorite?
Bro, I already think Puzzles Arena is a classic, dude.
Yeah.
When I think of Puzzles Arena, I think Rust from MW2. I think Nuketown from Black Ops. Dude, I think of like classic maps. Puzzles Arena is a classic map. It just it feels like that's where everyone like is gravitating towards as well. Like we had Gateway, and Gateway has been at a new level of or a next level of polish beyond Puzzles Arena for a while now. And even then, everyone's still going to Puzzles Arena. And why is that? It's probably just because it feels really good to play in and all that stuff. So, yeah, Puzzles Arena is definitely my favorite map. Not even close. I think it's already a classic.
I think all of them,
Yes.
all of them are good, but
Oh, yeah.
I do second that. Paizool Arena has that old school Coliseum, like ancient Rome Coliseum vibes with the crowd up above, and it's with people chanting. It gets you pumped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm
That's
a
what
huge
has
fan of
been-
Paizool as well. Even before the massive texture fix, it just felt like the most what's the best way to say it? Just the easiest map really for all. Like you get in, you run straight, you're in the middle. Like the other maps, you gotta kind of navigate a little bit, and I think that people get lost in those. Gateway specifically has got like a bunch of little spots that you can sit and snipe. Like there's generators along the right and left side, and people will be hiding in those all the time. You can't see them very well. And then there's like this. I don't know if any of you guys have played it here since the lighting change, but there's like this massive dark space in Gateway now that you can't see anything, and people hide in that all the time. That's where most of the battling goes in Gateway now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would like to see. I can't remember the game. Was it a Counter-Strike where you could tag things with paint and
Yeah.
and stuff like symbols, guild symbols, or
That's
like
crazy.
a faction
Ooh.
symbol, or like
Oh, we
if
need
you just
that.
pwned someone, you could put pwned or something. Little tagging would be cool. Little perk, maybe like even make it like a perk in UE5 that you have to earn or something like that. That would be cool.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
I love that idea, actually. If you let them customize it too much, you can see some crazy stuff in there, though. If you let that be custom made, anyone can make whatever. You will see some crazy things on the walls.
Yeah, you remember
gotta
the
watch.
custom made?
The only thing that people will be
If
doing
you
is
could
Santi
cut,
gifts, bro. 1,000 different Santi gifts, bro.
yeah.
You
If
guys
you
do not want to know what my Black Ops 2 emblem was. You guys don't
I
want to
do
know.
not.
You guys don't
I
want
would
to know.
I would make the
This is gonna be
Swagner
mine.
gif that I
This
posted
is gonna be
earlier.
mine.
Oh, that's
Check it out.
hilarious.
Oh,
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
actually what I was gonna call out. The old Call of Duty custom nameplates, man. That got rough.
Yeah.
For sure. Looks like Paisul is the favorite one by far. And I have to agree with it. If I start a lobby, I start it in Paisul, man. It's just way more fun. It's way more fun.
Again, I think Uru. I think who said this? Icy. I think Icy said it. Yeah, Icy said Uru has potential. I totally agree with that. Uru, I think, could be really fun too. Just kind of waiting on that one and how that plays. It's kind of similar. Kind of has a similar vibe to Paisul, where it's like almost like a dome shape, and you can go to the middle, and there's like
Yeah,
some outskirts. So it's pretty
but
Icy,
the
similar.
only thing,
Icy's a
the
low
only
key
thing,
goat. He he
Low
doesn't get
key.
on too much, but he's a badass shooter too.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah.
Because Icy spends all his time in the dev build, dude. That guy doesn't leave it.
That's true. That's true. How does it feel, Jindo? Any opinions of what you see behind the curtains, being a Vantara?
Oh, dude, yeah, 100%. I've said it locally in the dev server, but I know I was a huge believer in the Automata team before I got invited to the Vantara. Like I always felt like you guys were grinding and pushing hard, before I saw it. But I remember the first day I think it was like a Friday, we got in and I was like, all right, we probably ain't gonna do much. It's Friday. We're going into the weekend, and I just hit the dev build and I started like posting my stuff. I don't want to. I'm not, obviously not going to go too deep into it, but I got just right away, like that Saturday, as soon as I post, I have a dev hit me up like, "Hey, we already took care of that. Hey, this is already fixed. Hey, we're working on this." It's like all the way through the weekend, and by the time Monday was here, I was like damn near worn out already, and the team's just like sitting there waiting for more stuff to fix. It's crazy, man. The team grinds so hard behind the scenes that most of our average public guys don't get to see. And I was in your shoes 2 weeks ago, and like I said, I felt like the team was grinding. But now that I'm in the Vantara, it's insane how much harder they grind than any of us get to see.
How much should we pay
appreciate
you to
it.
say that, bro? How much should
Yeah,
we pay you,
bro.
bro?
It's
How
paid.
many?
Dude, we get paid in McDonald's gift cards, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's
I'm always
hilarious.
down for an egg McMuffin after some testing.
That's how it goes. But yeah, going back to the topic on the maps, Jose, I want to hear your thoughts, bro, on the maps.
Bro,
Give me
I'll give it.
a sneak peek into the future as well. Jose, what do we have?
Oh shit. Yeah, okay. Uh, we are cooking some, of course. You guys know about Uru, and as you guys know, we are not a third-person shooter game company, right? We are creating this in order to create the game modes for our future MMO. But the quality is so high that this became a game in itself, and we are having fun by playing it, getting together, and etc. And something that I envision for the future is having maps that perhaps are not focused on PvP, but rather in PvE to test some new mechanics. This is the kind of stuff that I'm really looking forward, and I'm trying to. We'll talk a little bit about this theory crafting. Yeah, I see we have some lovers for PvE content in the chat as well. So rest assured that you have a voice in the company that likes it and push towards that. But yeah, I want to see boss fights, Santi. I want to see like to feel like we are in a dungeon, to fight monsters, to learn more about the ecosystem and the lore of the worlds in Star Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a lot of content to develop. So what I'm trying to do is push it. Yeah, like that vibe, Red Spot, Sylphenia, dungeons like Destiny. Yeah, with boss fights and stuff like that to test new mechanics and to check how the different careers in Star Atlas will work, the crew members' perks and things like that. So the future is going to be a lot of fun. The future is going to be a lot of fun, and for sure we'll see something like this at some point.
Yeah, that's super exciting. I'm actually more of a PvE guy myself. I was a Mythic WoW guild raid leader for like 10 years, so I spend all my time killing PvE bosses. The PvP thing's a new front for me. I enjoy it a lot, but definitely came to Star Atlas for some high-end HRZ raiding action.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
I'm seeing people in the chat saying Punabs are top raid tanks. The Mega Nabs. Yeah, we are going to see this meta.
Imagine a PvE mode where you only get the smallest punavs coming at you in thousands. That'll be crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Group PvP is fun. PvE, sorry, group PvE is fun. For what it's worth, we used to play a lot of Destiny internally, like the Saratas team. Some of us used to get together and play Destiny, and we were playing competitive, but also playing against doing the PvEs and the dungeons and playing against the bosses. What was it called, Dom? That I don't remember the name of what you had to kill in there, but it had a name. I remember us having to get like 6 people or the game wouldn't start. Somebody who played Destiny, please tell me about it. But it
Yeah,
had to be super coordinated.
it was just
It's a
they were called
dungeon or
raids.
a raid.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
the raids.
That's
Yeah,
raids?
yeah. We
Okay.
were doing the raids. Yeah. We were doing that. It was fun. So yeah, the
Mhm.
Stratos team has played Destiny and PvE.
I think it would be cool if we had like a mixed gun mode where there's like a boss or PvE units, but there's also multiple PvP teams in the same map at the same time.
That'll be
Mhm.
crazy.
Yeah,
I can't wait
like
till you guys expand on the dogfighting. Personally, I want to get my
that's
hostess and
that's
HOTUS sticks
another
out and fly around. Do PvP dogfighting. Maybe if you guys,
That's gonna be
yeah,
crazy.
I don't know
That's
if you
gonna be
guys are
that's
crazy.
doing
another
fleet battles, but like the
that's
old
another
Star
thing
Wars
that
Squadron fleet
that
battles
we
was
need
really fun
exactly.
for me,
We
where you
need
could
maps
target
that
certain
focus on.
components on the main ships and everything. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, that's something that we surely need. Maps that are focusing on ship battles or ship to ground battles. This is going to be insane. Yeah.
Yeah, I even like the Battlefront 2 Star Wars, where it's like a mass battle. You have to take over certain parts. You have only a certain amount of respawns and stuff like that. That was always fun. Big old large scale battle with tanks, ships, everything.
That's what we need. Yeah, agree.
Yeah. Key mechanic also for Star Atlas, right? So definitely something that needs to be built. And that's what is being tested basically in the co-op dogfighting. Like the team is testing in there the replication
Logic.
and the multiplayer mechanics for the ships as well. So yeah, we need you in there as well.
Yes,
So can
exactly.
you man turrets in the co-op?
I don't think you can.
And
Okay.
no, you can't now.
You're still in
For
a
now. For
ship.
now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It would be really cool if you could, 3, 4 guys could hop in a C9 and
That would be
man
sick.
guns and turrets. It'll be
Yeah,
awesome.
I'll tell you that at a town hall, once Dennis said that one of his dreams is to do this onboarding mission where players are invading a capital or commander ship, fighting their way through, another team's resisting. So this is something that we'll surely see in the future.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like a attack and destroy type game type on a commander
Yeah,
ship or something.
exactly. One defends, the other attacks. Yeah.
Will be really fun. That leads us into the game modes conversation also. Kind of organically, we move to that part of the conversation. But what are some game modes besides the ones we're talking about here that you guys would like to see? Tell in the
Infected.
chat as well.
Infected,
Infected.
man.
Yeah,
Let
zombies.
me
It's
get
too much
infected,
fun.
bro. Dude, having people like I'm just imagining a game mode where there's a couple of infected and maybe the infected have like half jetty, just to kind of balance it out. And It's just everyone's running away from people who are trying to hit you with melee. Oh my gosh, it just sounds so freaking fun. You have no idea. Capture the Flag is actually a game mode that I literally just brought up. Imagine Capture the Flag in Star Atlas with all the jetting around.
Be
Oh
awesome.
my god. Oh my god. It would be so
Yeah.
good.
Capture the flag. Like I said, fleet battles, dogfighting, kind of like a Battlefront 2, a mass war zone, and then what else? I don't know. I still like Warzone, and I've been playing a lot of Escape from Tarkov lately. So maybe like a looting game, battle royale kind of. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
Battle
you, bro.
Royale. That would be interesting, actually. But we need bigger maps. Maybe in a planet. Whew. With ships as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you go to a certain planet, and it's pretty much Hunger Games. You know what you signed up for.
For
yeah,
sure.
I like this a lot. And another thing, Santi, that I would love to see are games not necessarily focused on battle, but maybe simply getting together with your friends and mining in a given environment, like you are dodging asteroids, you are fleeing from pirates, you are mining, doing honest work, making some atlas together, with your bros.
Mm-hmm.
Become a space farmer maybe one day. Something like that would be super fun as well.
For sure. For
So
sure.
this, I have a question kind of about a current. We don't have shield and we don't have health in gun game, and I'm curious if one of you guys can answer why we don't have that. Because the gun game maps are like they're super fast right now. You guys have all played them, but I mean, within 4 to 5 minutes, the game's normally over. And I think
Mm-hmm.
adding shield and health back to that, while not having grenades or extra weapons, obviously, would increase the game. I think the interest in gun game is going down fast because the games moves too fast. People want to play longer games.
I mean,
Interesting
it's an
feedback.
interesting question, and I think I have an answer that you're not looking for to your question because I have a different opinion from you. But like right now, like I'm leaning to the side of our health packs and shield pickups. Like they feel kind of bad to me personally. To me personally, I'm not saying I speak for anyone here, but to me personally, they feel a little bad because I mean you're shooting someone who's like flying around and you work really hard to get a kill. And imagine they just like go up and fly to a shield and health pack. Like we already kind of see that like with the we were playing some surge game modes and people were camping around the shield and health packs. Um,
Yeah,
me
so
they, they
personally,
I
should
I don't like them that much. Me personally, it's my own personal
they
opinion.
should not
But
respond. Once they're used, they don't respond. That's what I think.
well, I
what
was
do you
just
got?
gonna say I think the placement of them is just too much. Like I don't think we should have a health and shield. Like especially in the center ring of Paizul, there's
Mhm.
what 3 or 4 shields and 3 or 4 health
Mhm.
packs in the center. It's insane. And then the second level of that map also has health, and then the third level also has shields. Like we just have so much health and shield that it's a lot. I agree, and it happens all the time. I mean, you'll run 3 or 4 clips chasing someone around the map because they just keep grabbing health and shield.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly. Yeah.
That's my experience playing against Dom.
Mhm.
This is fun.
Yeah, people, what do you guys think in the chat? For the guys that are playing already, do you think there's when you play search or deathmatch, do you think there is too many shields and health packs out there, or do you feel that it's good? I'm really curious to hear that. I see a lot of people already having routes they run around those things, or yeah,
So I
staying
definitely
in the same location because
I think the
they like
maps
it.
matter play into this too because Gateway doesn't feel as bad as Paizul to me. Like there's a lot less health and shield pickups on Gateway, and they're a lot more spread out. Like Paizul is just really congested into one area where and all of that shield and health is right there. So I don't notice it on the map, but like Dom said on Paizul, it can be super annoying. You're just constantly chasing someone that's just like literally just flying through health and shield, not even trying to fight.
That's pretty crazy. I saw someone talk about like health regen. I actually just got it. Who was I arguing with? It was an argument. It was more of like a debate. It was Nash actually. I was debating with Nash on how health and shield should work. And it's not like this is the answer. This is 100% the answer. You need to do this. There's like so many different options. Should your health regen instead? Should you just have less health pickups? You know, there's all these questions. You know, and there's so many different ways to do something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Too many good
it
players.
requires testing. It just
That's the
requires
problem.
testing. It just
That's the
requires
problem.
testing. I feel like right now we are in the infancy of trying all of these things out and seeing what actually works. Like everyone just started playing competitively and taking everything to its limit and seeing if something is broken. So I'm sure we'll find it. I'm
Exactly.
sure we'll find that balance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Very true.
Santi, one thing that I am curious about is, and let's ask this question to the chat. If you had the power of right now creating a game mode or selecting a game mode to be created in Star Atlas, what would you choose? Like, you have the power. Just type in the chat, this is going to happen. What you guys would pick?
I'm seeing this clip that they posted in there. Dude, I didn't see that coming.
That's the zombie game mode, boys. Buckle up.
Oh my god.
I'm infected right here, bro.
Raids, they're saying just the Starfighter Assault lore mode.
Dude, Battlefront 2 has my favorite map in the history of maps, in the history of shooters, in the history of mankind. Oh my god. There's a map where there's two different like huge ships with hangars, and you spawn in one ship in a hangar, and then there's space in between the ships, and then you're flying with ships, and there's space battles happening, and then you're going to the other ship, and then you're infiltrating the enemy ship, and you're destroying it from the inside. It's a crazy ass map. It's so cool. I've never seen anyone do it again. I plus one. Whoever the hell said that. Whoever said that. I'm plus oneing you. You have my full support.
Bro, everyone's giving a different answer, Santi.
Yeah. Capture the flag or defend point. Campaign mode.
Siege would be cool.
Siege.
Siege.
Nice.
Talking about with like vehicles and opening up a base. Is that the type of siege you're talking about?
Yeah, something like
Something like-
that. Like a sieging, like like a base or a planet, or even fortified a building like a Rainbow Six Siege, or I think it's called. Can't remember.
Mhm.
Oh, search and destroy, maybe?
Search and
Yeah, search and destroy too, but
Mm.
where you could put like defenses and fortify a door or something, more like
Oh, that-
tactical.
This actually reminds me. Someone reminded me here. I think we're eventually gonna have like kind of like a no booster, no jetty mode. Kind of similar to Fortnite. I think Star Atlas has a very high skill ceiling. With all the boosting and movement abilities, it's gonna be very easy for a good player to do well, is what I'll say. And I think Fortnite had that same thing happen with building, where if you knew how to build, you could do things better than everyone else. You could perform better than everyone else. And then Fortnite introduced a no build mode. I think eventually we'll have like a no jetty mode personally, or we'll try it out and see how it works. But no jetty, I think, is something that makes a whole lot of sense as well. Just for
Yeah.
all you boomers out there. Like
Yeah,
Bob.
kind of bouncing off of that. I saw somebody suggest a similar thing for racing the other day, like basically boost the engines up on the ships and make them faster overall, but remove the boost from them as a mode in racing. So you have no boost, but you have faster ships naturally. I think that
Oh
sounds.
yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Mhm.
Interesting.
I think a lot of people like game modes that you could transition from being infantry to maybe a pilot, or even just running a vehicle on the game, like Battlefront 2, or even like Halo, where you could jump in the Warthogs and get a gunner and go run around and just, oh crap, they have a Warthog, and then you have to try to combat or counter that Warthog.
Mhm.
like this.
Yeah.
We haven't
Man,
seen
I
any
also
of our ground vehicles really yet.
oh, you guys just need
Max
them for
Hog right
Alliance
there.
2.
Get the Max Hog run.
Well, later, Dark Void.
dude, I think
Dark
I've
Void
seen him
get
get
banned
two.
again.
I've seen him get 2 warnings.
Yeah,
Just in
Daddy,
Brew.
He
Daddy.
got banned
Dark
last
Void, be
brew.
careful, bro.
Very Dark Void, bro.
Santi, you know another game mode that would be fun? Escape the Angry Tufa, bro. A map where all the players are punabs and we have one Tufa and they need to dodge and escape and the Tufa goes trying to kill everyone. There's punabs running and jetting and trying to escape. I think
Yeah,
that
it's
would
like
be
Yeti
super
Hunt.
fun. Yeah, I think it would be super fun.
Escape the angry Tufa. Oh my god.
Escape the Angry Tufa.
Oh man, that's fun. Survive Hackmer. That's another game mode
Survive
for sure.
Hackmer, yeah.
I played that game mode every time I turn into
Yeah,
the
I was just
field
about to
already.
say that's the main game type right now that all of us play.
I'm familiar with that game mode.
That's already happening. I mean, what do you mean?
Man, imagine when we have like a map or level builder in StarAtlas where a community can use the tools and assets and create their own maps and create gameplay modes. This is going
Yeah.
to be wild.
Yeah.
Please don't start that soon. I got way too much testing to do already. I don't need
For
community maps on my plate.
That's
That's a
hilarious.
pretty cool idea. Jetty in space. There was a space game. There was a space shooter game that used gravity, and you were on like a space station. I don't know if anyone knows what game I'm talking about, but I thought it was pretty cool. It was pretty
Mm.
niche. It wasn't like a popular title or anything like that, but there was a game where you were out in space using gravity. It was actually pretty sick. It was pretty dope. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool, Icy. God, what was that game called? Anyone know? Anyone know
I
what
don't
I'm
know
talking about?
actually.
I know
The
that
only thing
someone-
I know similar to that is when you change the gravity settings in Counter Strike 1.6. Those and you were with the sniper. I don't know if anyone ever played one of those servers, but they went crazy.
Yeah, they had constant gravity, weird stuff.
Yeah, it was crazy. Uh, what
Gonna
else? What
kill me,
else?
bro.
Oh, we had a question. If you were to choose between these two game modes, which one would you prefer? A no jetty game mode or a unlimited jetty game mode? What would you prefer?
Dude, unlimited jetty would be crazy.
Unlimited
Unlimited
is
jetty?
crazy.
Unlimited jetty would
Crazy.
be crazy, though. That would be so
Crazy.
crazy.
Chaos. Chaos.
Tell me in the chat, guys. What do you prefer, zero or unlimited? Also, I think Nash was the one that shared the idea. Where what about doing a unlimited jetty mode in a vertical map, where it's pretty small, but you can go up a lot, but you have
Mhm.
unlimited jetty. That would be
That
crazy as well.
that is
Interesting.
something that I actually think is super, super sick that would make sense for a map that we do. A vertical map. Oh my god, that would be so sick. That would be so sick. I don't know how that. I feel like unlimited jetty would be way too hard to balance, and someone would just be boosting the whole time. Like maybe instead of like unlimited jetty, you just have like an extended jetty fuel or something like that. Like you just have more, like maybe twice as much or something. But a vertical map, man, that sounds so sick, dude. That sounds so sick. I know Dead Drop was trying to do that whole vertical map, kind of vertical tower thing, where you kind of like go up it instead. But other than that, I can't think of anyone who's ever tried something like that. Very cool. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. I think it would be cool as well. Yeah, but people also like no jetty. I'll like a no jetty game mode for sure. I I get super triggered sometimes when people run away with the jetty. Yeah, I still haven't mastered the jetty fully, so when people run away with the jetty and I try to catch them, DominicVain, guy gets so frustrated. Yeah. But yeah, we can talk about tournaments now. I know we've been talking about the Iris Quest tournament already, so we will do a refresher in case anyone wants to join. So Iris Quest is being hosted on Sunday. I believe there are around 10 teams already registered. So if you want to join, I will send the link in the chat for the Discord. You can still join. Automata is going to be participating as well. We have a team. We're called the Dyson Sphere. So you can try and beat us there. We'll be practicing. We'll be practicing for sure, because I know that you guys are. So if you want to participate and get a team going, I believe you guys can still register. I sent the link in the chat. You just need to find 5 people and you can get in, basically. Yeah, from Greg, I saw that. I still don't understand what that means, but I know that it's a collaboration between Rome and Aphia to participate in the tournament. Oh man, stick cooking me in the chat. My God. But yeah, good name. I like it. I like it. It's a great collaboration. Great to see the guilds collaborating to participate in a community-driven tournament. So I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, the Iris Quest people, it's going to be, for qualifiers, just one game. It's search in Paisul. And then for the final, it's going to be best of 3. But I don't know if that rotates the maps or anything like that. I really don't know. But it should be fun. And also, I don't even know if you guys have a list of the prizes, but there are a lot of prizes. And you would also get participation award, from what I understand. Like, by participating in the tournament, you can get something.
Will we get a participation trophy? That's great, man. That's great,
That's
bro.
great, right?
That's also good for the Rug Pool Renegades. It's really good for them as well.
They will go
Oh.
move something.
I hope you got a strong rug, Dom. We're gonna pull that shit.
Bro, you guys have no chance. I'll be playing this time,
We
bro.
we put the weak 6 feet deep.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
We're there for moral support, boys. We're not real gamers. We're just
Yeah, it's going to be fun regardless. You don't need to be a super pro player. It's going to be. We're going to remember this one forever. I get that feeling. So yeah, I posted the link in the chat. If you don't have a team or you don't want to play, we'll be streaming it from the Atlas Amphitheater. Neo Armstrong is going to be the host, and we'll probably pop in and out ourselves to help with the organization. But Neo Armstrong will be hosting, and he will be in the game also as a cameraman. So you guys will get the live view on what's going on. So should be fun. Marcus interested.
I know first place is like 125,000 Atlas. So it's not, it's not a joke. Like, this is definitely going to be a competitive tournament and someone's going to win good chunks of money. Second and third also have high Atlas payouts on top of other random stuff. So definitely rewarding, a little more so, I would say, than past tournaments that we've had. I think it should be a little more intriguing to top players to get into this one than we've had so far.
Yeah, for sure.
One last thing for the Renegades, we registered first. You guys can never take that from us.
First mover advantage. You got it.
Yeah.
If you're not first, you're last.
Somebody post that GIF. Somebody post that GIF. You know what I'm talking about. I have to be the one, I think.
I'm trying to find him.
If you ain't first, you're last. Look at that lady.
Jesus.
If you ain't first, you're last. And then you look at the lady and you're like, oh my God, what is going on here?
Oh my God.
But yeah, there are other tournaments also happening. No way, Stick. There are other tournaments also happening in the StarAtlas ecosystem. So, Agent Solace, man, you're running the Gali Cup, right?
Yeah, pretty much everybody runs the Gallia Cup, but yeah, I started it with Egonaut from Bulk, and we've done 3 seasons now. Two of the seasons weren't in Star Atlas. It was in Star Wars Squadrons and EV.io. All 3 seasons we've gave out pretty decent prizes, I think. Nothing crazy, but still decent prizes. Season 4 is going to be starting off in the shooter again this time. So last season was racing, so this season is going to be shooter. It's more guild focused tournament. So sign up your guilds. I think we have like 5 or 6 guilds already signed up. We start July 1st. June 21st, we're having our first draft. So if you are not part of a guild or your guild's not participating, you could join as a free agent on our Discord, and you can be drafted. We're gonna it's almost like an NFL draft, if you guys know what that is. So we're gonna pull picks out of a hat, and then there's gonna be a draft order, and the guilds are going to be able to draft, whoever's signed up if you're not part of a team, and that person will join that guild team for the season, and we'll go down the line. So yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting. We still got a little bit away, but we're still working on sponsors. We got so far we have 15,000 Atlas from the club, and then we have some prizes from the community team. I don't know if I'm allowed to say what they are, but
you can.
Yeah. Okay. So we got 3 pulses and 3 solos from the Star Atlas community team. So thank you, community team, for giving those ships, and it's going to be pretty exciting to have the pulses, because those are very limited. So you could kind of if you want a pulse, it's either from the golden tickets or from being a champ in the tournament. So it's going to be pretty cool. And it's a season format. It's not really a one-day tournament. It's going to be like a 2-month season, like a sports season. So you're going to be playing all the guilds will play each other, and then there's going to be a tournament at the end for the last 4 teams.
That's very cool. So the main difference with the Iris Quest is that it's more async, right? Iris Quest happens all in the same day, but Galley Cup is like seasonal, and teams can find times to play each other, right? And then they just report the result. Is that how it works?
Yes, correct. And then we try to have most of the time we have it streamed on our Discord, and then there is times we have streaming going on YouTube and Twitch as well.
Very cool. I posted the link in the chat, guys, if you want to join and form a team. It's again, the main difference is that this one, the Galley Cup, is async. So you can just register your team. The guys from Galley Cup will create the brackets and all that, or I think it's like a league more. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But you will have to play each other, and you can set times with the other guilds. So whenever you have to play against the other guild, you just set up a time. You agree time and date, and then you just report the results to the Galley Cup team. So it's more ongoing, and you can find your own times to play. So you can find flexibility, which is pretty cool. So get involved in there if you want.
Yeah, it is a lot more like a league. Like you were saying, like there's a standings bracket that you play one game, you go 1-0, whatever, and you go up the ladder as you win more games. As opposed to Iris Quest, it's basically single elimination. And if you get knocked out, you're out. The other big difference for Bohemian here is, like Solus said, the Gala Cup is focused around guilds. Iris Quest is 100% form whatever team you want. Like there's no guild restrictions, so that's one of the major differences too, in my opinion.
Very cool. Nice. It's great to have different types of tournaments because it fits more people's styles. Like maybe you just prefer to play with your guild whenever you're able, and you can do that by getting involved in the Gala Cup. But then if you want to go hardcore all in one day, you can play the Iris Quest. So very cool. And there's also Pantheon, which I don't have two, and I don't think our friend is here in the chat. But Pantheon as well is hosting a tournament. I don't have a ton of info on that one, so I'm sorry. But you can get involved there as well. And I know that the guys from Iris Quest are going to be supporting them as well, so you can find also info their server. But we're at the hour. We covered a lot of ground here. I think it's awesome to hear the different feedback that we see from people, the different game modes that you would like to see, the maps. And I saw Chip also for a couple minutes here in the audience, so I'm sure he was also taking notes. He always listens to what the committee has to say, so shout out to Chipto. But yeah, that covers pretty much everything. Jose, anything you want to add, my friend, before we close?
I'm all good. Santi, looking forward to kicking community ass this Sunday. Going to be fun. Enjoy. And let's have some fun together, boys and girls.
Mm-hmm. DominicVain?
Man, just so much room for possibilities and so many different ways you can go down, and you start getting into like, oh my god, there's shooter this map for this, do that, and then you have to kind of reel yourself back in and remember that we are way more than just a shooter game. So I love these conversations, but I'm always just conscious about not going too far into it, because we are way more. Like I want more on like dog fighting. I want more on the exploration part. So much more possibilities in our future. But this conversation was super awesome. I'm really looking forward to the tournament this Sunday, playing, hopefully beating the Rug Pull Renegades. And yeah, that's really it, man. Thanks everyone for joining. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully is the key word there, buddy. Hopefully. The Renegades are coming hot. I'm telling you, bro. We might not practice, but we're experienced gamers. We're coming hot.
I trust you, man. I believe it.
That's amazing. I'll post a link in the chat now in case you guys want to join any of the upcoming events. So tomorrow, the Lore Keepers, make sure to mark us interested right now. And on Friday, the Gala game night, so you can practice for the tournament as well. So make sure to join those. And also, somebody start the server right now, right? Let's get one game in. Somebody kick off that server.
Playing, bro.
Yeah, we'll see you. See you in the live build, guys. Thank you. Really enjoyed this conversation, and we'll see you next week as well.
See everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.
There you guys.